If you want to jump to the arts, go to this time, but first, I want to apologise for how long this took to finish. I started this art contest way back near the start of the year, and, well, yeah, I was definitely waylaid by the stuff that happened in the summer. Ultimately, it's on me that I didn't get back to this sooner. It's disrespectful to the entrants. I'm very sorry for the delay. Alright, let's jump in. The contest was run in the Bunkshelf Discord server, and the idea was pretty basic. No particular criteria to meet, just 1 month to enter, and the best art of any medium wins. I have a card for 12 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate from some volunteer work I did for a game, and I didn't feel I was ever going to use it, so we made it a prize for first place. I asked some friends to help with the judging. Huge thanks to AlwaysJMB, Alex Ray, Wolf, Daysprite, and M for your help. I had bigger plans for how this video would initially go, so apologies for not using everything you wrote, but your help was still very instrumental in avoiding bias. Thank you all. Also, I only have about 6 hours to make this video or I won't get it done for Christmas. By the way, I'm not playing any music because copyright, but maybe open another tab and search for a gallery theme called Left Bank 2. Very fitting. Let's run through all the entries, and I'll pick out the winner and runners-up at the end. First up, we have this amazing piece by Kiwi featuring Lear the Shark Guy, whose audio was pretty recent at the time of the contest, so you'll see him pop up a few times. It depicts a scene set after the audio, where the listener walks in on Lear in the living room watching TV. Straight off, this is one of my favourite entries, with an inventive design for a character who had very little description, plenty of sass in the expression and body language, and he's got the wound on his tail from the orca. Overall, a standout piece. Next, we have Kay the Fearless, but, quote, twinkified by Miko. I believe this is based on a Catboy meme, I'm not sure, which is quite fitting for Kay. Slightly out of character in the name of the meme, Kay made no idle threat when he said he bites. But it's cute and fun. Adorable interpretation of a generally serious character. Speaking of memes, a very bitey Lear by Sleepy. They mention this piece wasn't initially intended for the contest, it's based on a cursed emoji image, but I had to include it for humour value. Entry 4 is a very different spin on the ship AI, made by Kingsley, who also kindly wrote the script for part 2. I never really had any kind of avatar in mind for the ship AI, I just pictured the voice coming out of various speakers throughout the ship, but I love when people interpret my series differently. The AI appears to be represented by a glowing sphere, kind of like if HAL 9000 floated around separate from its screens, though our AI here has a bright white and blue light, very clinical in an unnerving sort of way. The next piece caught the eye of just about everyone who helped me with this contest. Aru the Kitsune by Shiro Usagi. Aru is usually seen to be friendly and light-hearted, but here we have what appears to be the scene in Kitsune 2 where he incinerates the group of bandits. The pose flows brilliantly. We're seeing Aru in a way he desperately tries to avoid, but the choice of colour and lighting is just stunning. An excellent piece. I love this next one. An interpretation of the wounded elven prince Ceres by Subval. Ceres was never visually described, so the design here is entirely original. While a bit low on detail, I really like the character's depiction, and the composition with the flowing leaves is really colourful and striking. Another entry next by Kiwi, and this one is animated. Take a look. This animation incorporates some of Kiwi's headcanon surrounding Aru, including the use of white hair and tails, which they had drawn previously before Aru had canon art, the Kitsune statues, also of Kiwi's design, and the face markings, which were partially referenced in Kiwi's canon art for Kitsune 3. While there's a little roughness around the edges, unfortunately the completed project was lost and Kiwi had to start again basically from scratch. There's a real heart to this animation, the stillness of the moment, and incorporation of some original elements to tie in. Next up is a collection of drawings by Space Cat of Leah the shark, mostly of sketches, but also with this gorgeous full-body piece. The sketches are really cute and characterful vignettes, including this lovely chibi of Leah being attacked by the orca Tethys, who, for those who may have missed it, is now her own full character over on Capital M's channel. A very cute little pic of this tsundere shark. But it's the full body that stood out the most, with very striking sharp edges and muted colours, a dangerous looking character counterbalanced by the sketches where we see what this guy is actually like. Amazing stuff. The next piece of art was from Cactus Wactus, depicting Mordecai the Wood Elf. Now, Mordecai has appeared on my channel, but he originates from the Rosarian Clover series by Earl Grey Audios, so here's Grey to weigh in.
I personally really like Cactus Wactus's art of Mordecai, due to a lot of reasons. The concept overall is absolutely stupendous, and the colouring in the background, the lighting shade that was pointed out to me by another artist is insane. I also like the sort of modern-esque Fantasianal twist to him. His hairstyle suits him so well. I love the outfit choice, and it brings out the actual vibes of the series that I was going for, and I appreciate it to its highest degree. So thank you so much for this entry. I love it.
Leah appears one final time on this list, this time by Jana, or Yana, apologies I'm mispronouncing your name, with a slightly less imposing Leah stance, literally like a fish out of water. This entry is a 2-for-1, with an alternate version showing him wrapped in a towel or blanket. Here we see the true Leah behind all the fronting and bluster, a guy who was seriously in need of help. Very cute. My apologies to the next entrant for not being able to pronounce your name. This unique piece by Ain presents a very original take on Gia from the Alien Abduction series, a character a lot of people have asked me about for details, sort of like how they look, but I love that everyone brings a completely unique interpretation to his design. This chibi-esque piece is very far removed from what I had in mind for the character, and I love that. Unique and adorable. We see an old fan favourite next, David the Vampire Hunter, illustrated by Bean. Very sharp and precise, beautiful flow and distortion from distance to the camera, all the lines guide the eye to the upper half of the image, and some nice tasteful motion blur at the edges. Some really cool Persona vibes to this piece. The next one really struck me. Triniset picked Raban, the old vampire, in this melancholic scene from his second audio. For a more straightforward bust of a character, I love the emotion in this piece. The context from the quote tying to the audio did some heavy lifting, but the emotion in the lighting and expression really sold it to me. To contrast, Queen Cass gave us a very different rendition of David the Hunter, this time in chibi form. His general attitudes from early in his series is captured brilliantly here, especially with the little vignettes in the corner. This one was just delightful. And our final entry in the contest was this stellar piece by pmdaikon, featuring Aspen the Wild Fox Boy. A fantastic execution capturing one of the lesser-known characters with a beautifully simplistic, slightly tattered outfit, really selling that this is a character who lives alone in the woods away from society, and with kind of muted colours that really make his hair and fur pop. Speaking of pop, I love the detail of the fizzy drink bottle from the audio. Daikon also shared this alt alongside his avatar. Awesome stuff. So, that would have been it. But before we get on to announcing the winner, some friends caught wind of the contest and organised I can only call it an invasion. In reference to a now long-lost inside joke, these talented artists decided to take the channel mascot Mitch the Raccoon and beef him up a little. So if you're not comfortable seeing cursed images of manly chests and tight clothing, maybe skip ahead. For everyone else, I've been assured these are not supposed to be genuine entries to the contests, just a very elaborate joke at my expense. So consider this a bonus gallery. First up, and maybe the most cursed, is this slice of beef by Angel's Apothecary. Okay, I think you can see where this is going. For reference, I was dragged into a VC to experience this runway of images, so you can have the same experience I got. Then we have this adorable little comic from Eternal ASMR. Cheeky sausages. Cute and vaguely terrifying. Daysprite's art references my stiflingly overprotective tendencies in Minecraft. This stunning piece from Capital M Audios is just... And so is this one, by Obsidian Lantern. I'll give you all a second. And finally, who else in this niche comes to mind when you think of beefy men, other than, of course, Siren's son? A gent I've never spoken to, but referred to as Simon once, and now my faux pas has reached the man himself. I'm very sorry, Siren. Thank you for the beefy Mitch. Seriously though, a monumental thanks to all the entrants, both beefy and otherwise. I'm blown away by the artistry and heart on show. Thank you all. I'm going to put links to as many entrance socials as I can down below. Please pop back in a few days as I will likely continue to update with any I missed at the time of posting. And of course, if any of the artists are watching, please make yourselves heard. So, after discussing the entrance with a group of friends, and discounting the beef entries, we've settled on the following as the most standout entries in the contest. Though, of course, my heartfelt appreciation to everyone we've showcased so far. The top 3 runners-up, so in 4th, 3rd, and 2nd place, in no particular order, please show your love to Space Cat with the beautiful art of Leah, to Bean with the hunter action pose, and to Triniset with the emotional portrait of Raban. Amazing work, all of you. These were amongst the most hotly contested entries for both execution and connection to the source. Fantastic stuff. And the entry winning first place is Shiro Usagi's stunning art of Aru. Congratulations, Shiro. The Game Pass is yours. And again, thank you so much to everyone who entered. This was a very difficult contest to judge. My apologies for the delay in concluding this contest. It's been a rough year, but I hope this will be an apt way to see us out. Everyone, please show your love to the artists. VAs have a symbiotic relationship with artists, so rather than AI rubbish, get real art from talented, passionate people. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next year. Wow, my voice was rough for this recording. If it sounds like this narration was rushed, it kinda is. I've only got a few hours to finish this edit.